How are we doing, everyone? Sam here from United People's TV, here after Man United's comfortable, confident and assured 4-1 win over Fenerbahce at Old Trafford. On paper, looked like the hardest game we've had in the Europa League so far. Maybe, I suppose, final away was more difficult, but Fenerbahce topped the group before tonight. Not anymore. 4-1, a great penalty from Paul Pogboom to get it started. An excellent penalty from Anthony Martial to make it 2-0. Who made it 3-0? I've completely and utterly forgotten. I've just watched the game. That is ridiculous. But obviously, Pogba. How can I forget Pogba? He scored a banger. It's so good that it clearly went out of my head straight away. And then Lingard came up with the fourth goal, which was fantastic. And there's so many great talking points from that game. And that's the sort of performance we've been waiting to see from Manchester United. We've played a lot of mediocre teams this season, but we've had mediocre performances in those games. This is not one of those matches. We were... It started very similar to the Liverpool game. We were pressing high, we were pressing with intent, got the ball back quite early, but in the attack we looked pretty lacklustre. But it was two penalties that switched it, no thanks to two wonderful passes from Michael Carrick and Juan Mata, which set up both of them. Mata's touch as well for that first penalty was like poetry in motion. Love seeing him play when he's in his pomp. And again, we saw the best of Michael Carrick tonight against a team who gave him so much space to control the ball that he was allowed to control the game. But there's only one player we can talk about at the start, really. Paul Pogba. Scored two cracking goals. The other one, which I actually remembered. But it was a fantastic goal, wasn't it? And that second goal was exactly the sort of thing that Pogba needed to boost his confidence. And Pogba's been struggling so far this season, hasn't he? But that is what we wanted to see. And that first goal was a fantastic penalty. You saw Volkan trying to be a goalkeeper and getting him in his head by giving him more time to wait for the penalty, but it was a superb penalty right into the corner. And that second goal was mint. It was outside of the box, Perla right into the top corner. Feels nice to see that as a United fan. Let's run through some of your comments quickly, because there's loads coming through. Got everyone's here reminding me that Pogba scored. Thank you, I remember that one. Robin Van Persie says a couple of the guys. You got to talk about Van Persie. You never want to see a player score against Man United, but I was happy for it to have been Van Persie. If anyone's going to get a consolation goal, it was Van Persie. And Old Trafford gave him a lovely round of applause. Fergie was there clapping him. The whole of Old Trafford, United fans and Fenerbahce fans, clapping Van Persie in the send-off he deserves. And I hope that meant a lot to him, because he meant a lot to us as players. Real legend for turning his back on Arsenal, coming to United and winning the title in Fergie's last year in charge. Somebody I really want to praise here is Jesse Lingard. I think he had an excellent game. His touch will go, not underrated, but there won't be much press said about that touch that he had for Pogba's goal. But it was a very, very sublime touch and a smart pass to Pogba that he made no mistake from. And obviously his goal was wonderful for a player who has got so much criticism for bad finishing, aside from his FA Cup final goal and his one against Chelsea last year. He has been criticised for his finishing, but that was a wonderful finish. And there's so many positives to take from a game like that, and I just hope that United use that as momentum, because 0-0 against Anfield, 4-1 against Fenerbahce, that's two excellent results, I think, going into that Chelsea game at Stamford Bridge, which is, I was saying that to someone earlier on Ball Street, make sure you check out, we do a tactics preview on there for the Chelsea game, but Man United fans always look for Anfield away. That is the first game of the season that we always look for. For Mourinho, he looked at those fixtures and he looked for Stamford Bridge away. So this is his Anfield. He doesn't want to lose this as much as us United fans didn't want to lose at Anfield. And that's a great result going into it. And hopefully that can make a difference. Let's read a couple more of your comments coming out here. David Connolly saying, Pogba showing why we paid all that money for him. Feeling confident ahead of Sunday. I'm feeling confident. And I've been looking at Chelsea's team. They got Eden Hazard and Diego Costa as their two main attacking threats. But Matic, Kante, Azpilicueta, Gary Cahill and David Luiz up against Rashford, Martial, Ibrahimovic and Pogba. I only see one winner there, but I'm not going to take Chelsea for granted, because they have had some decent performances, but Arsenal and Liverpool have torn them new ones this season. Let's hope United can tear another one. Another few comments here, one from Techno Coke, saying Van Persie will always be class in our memories, and he will. Something I want to point out here, Van Persie didn't celebrate against Man United because he loves us, former club. I'm pretty sure I remember him celebrating pretty hard against Arsenal. I think he only celebrates against former clubs he loves. Sorry, Arsenal. Couple more comments here, one from Pierre Rosu, It's Paul scores 2, Van Persie scores, United wins. All is good in the world. That's a nice round win that you want to see at Old Trafford. It's the Europa League. It's a dull competition. It's been dull so far. Bad 1-0 loss against Feyenoord. A pretty bad 1-0 win against Zorya. A smashing 4-1 win against Fenerbahce. They're arguably the hardest team in that group. That's what you want to see from United. And we were playing some liquid football at times. Some real intricate passing, short passing, excellent long passing from Michael Carrick, who, as I said, really controlled that game. Anthony Martial played well. I think Memphis Depay was a little bit off when he came on. Credit has to go to Wayne Rooney, I think, for what was quite a team performance from him. And normally when he does team performances, it's quite bad. But he actually played pretty well tonight. Gave the penalty for Pogboom, which he converted. That will help with his confidence. But I saw something from Rooney tonight. And lo and behold, it came when he was playing up front. That's the only position I think we're going to get anything out of Rooney this season, if we are going to get anything. A couple more comments here. One from Patrick saying, Lingard is like Edison Cavani in a sense that if they have time to think, they're going to mess it up. Something I've pointed out as well. I compared him to Danny Welbeck in that his clinical finishing is good, but when it's only when it's instinctive. When he's got too much time to think about the shot, I don't think it works very well for Lingard. And that was a very, very, very accomplished finish tonight from Lingard. I want to see more of that. I want to see him score a banger at Stamford Bridge again, like he did. Was it last year? I think it was last year. Couple more comments here. Saying, one from Balamusa saying, good win and performance, looks like Fergie time. Or Faggy time. I'm going to say Fergie time. I'm going to take the benefit of the doubt. You saw Fergie celebrating. He was clapping Van Persie's penalty. That last season in 2012 was wonderful. Fergie's last year in charge. Van Persie's debut season. Perfect combination. And it was wonderful to see Van Persie back at Old Trafford. But, I mean, overall, you've got to be very happy with that. Something I'm extremely happy about is seeing Timothy Fosu-Mensah come on and play in a central midfield position. That is his best natural position, which he has yet to really get an opportunity in. So one he's played best at academy level. He's played right back mainly, but that central midfield is where we're really going to see Fosu-Mensah dominate in the years to come, I think. So he's had a new contract and he's played in central midfield in the same week. A good week to be Timothy Fosu-Mensah. As I said, a good performance, 4-1, very confident, very good goals. They weren't... Two penalties got us off to it, but you know, you're probably going to see Paul Merson going, oh, United needed 2 penalties to get started against Fenerbahce, but we were in control of that game from start to finish. Good goals, great goals, I think. 3 and 4 were fantastic, and both penalties were excellent as well. That's the sort of result you need when you're going into Stamford Bridge. So we've got 4 points from 7, 4 points from 7, 4 points from 6 in the 2 games so far this week. Decent way to go into Stamford Bridge. How confident are you going into Chelsea? Let me know in the comments. And let me know any other comments about the game or points I've missed. That's it for the video. Make sure you check out all the fan cams and all the post-match reaction from Old Trafford that will be on the channel later on. But that's it. That is it for me. Hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you very, very soon. Take it easy.